Hey, what's good, guys? It's Cahmron. Today I'll be showing you two very similar but very different rebounding 6'4 combo guard, combo forward type of builds. Obviously, that's kind of a walking contradiction. Similar but different, but ultimately both these builds are great 6'4 rebounding combo guard, combo forwards. But both of them kind of have some different build names that I think kind of signify the way you want to play, right? So the first build is a paint hawking Middy Scorer, and the second build is a point fading wizard. So I think the paint hawking Middy Scorer build definitely has a little bit more grit to it, a little bit kind of Tony Allen-esque. And for the point fading wizard, a little bit of finesse, a little bit of iso ball, right? So a good player comp for this, in my opinion, is someone like Brandon Roy. And just kind of wanted to throw it back as well with those two references in the thumbnail. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into how to make these two builds. So the first one we are going to make at shooting guard, 6'4", 235, 6'8 wingspan. Looking at these stats, going to use cap breakers to really make this build insane. And some stats on this are probably overkill, like this 94 vert that I want to try out at 99. But honestly, I do think vert does play a little bit more this year in your dunks, your rebounds, your blocks, all that stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and see what would happen if you had this really undersized combo guard, and you ended up boosting up that vertical to 99. So looking at our finishing though, we have a 73 close shot. That's good for Bronze Paint Prodigy. 76 driving layup for the Magic Johnson floater. 77 driving dunk, which cap breaks all the way up to 93. And also has some good value at 87. 40 standing dunk, it doesn't really do anything because you don't have the dunk packages. But as you see right there, 39. So you can either go 72 free throw or 40 standing dunk. And I just went 40 standing. 88 Middy. We are going to put caps in this to go 93. That's going to go ahead and give us gold deadeye, gold shifty, and Hall of Fame set shot, which are all going to be really great badges, especially paired with shooting specialization. I do like that 93 Middy as well because you get the Steph Curry base. And the Steph Curry base has a really clean pro play animation where you kind of lean and kick your legs back whenever you land. And I just think it's a really unique animation, and ultimately kind of why I wanted to make these builds, which sounds hilarious, but genuinely just think the animation was really clean. 77 3 ball. With caps, the goal is to get this to an 83 for Bronze Limitless. 71 free throw. 71 pass for Silver Dimer. 79 ball handle. This does have some nice cap breaker boosts to get up to 85 with just a couple caps. 83 speed with ball is the exact same boat to go 86 for Gold Lightning Launch. You can do this with just one cap. I went 82 interior just to kind of maximize the switchability of this build. 82 perimeter as well. I'm going to use caps to go 85. This one has 85 steal for Gold Interceptor. Max +2 this for Legend. And if you're playing in 5s modes and you're kind of sitting back being patient, I think you're going to get a ton of lane steals with this. 67 block. The only thing that sucks about getting a 93 Middy on a 6'4", you unfortunately do not have high flying denier unlocked. Besides that, I genuinely don't think there's any drawbacks on the build. We even maxed out our rebounding at 75 and 80. And with takeover, this defensive rebound actually can go up to 95, which again sounds crazy, but 95 defensive rebound with a really high vert, I think you're going to be flying to grab some insane rebounds. We got 90 speed, 90 agility, 82 strength, 94 vert. So the speed and agility, I more so wanted to max out the agility and kind of figured why not try to get the speed to go crazy as well. You can pretty easily get Hall of Fame slippery off ball on this build and go ahead and make that legend with a max +1 just to get those really clean, really quick sort of off ball dex animations. Get some strength boosts as well, and the vertical. If you're feeling crazy, you want to drop 5 there for 99 vert, 100% do that. Genuinely, I just want to have fun with these builds, and that's kind of the whole point of both of these. You got shades of Clyde Drexler, Jerry Stackhouse, Ron Artest, and this comes out as a paint hawking Middy Scorer at the shooting guard position. Love the long range touch set to off. We got a 77 3 ball, and with caps you'll have an 83. So I promise you, you're going to be a threat to shoot anywhere on the court. Going to be really good at those pull up middies. Going to have a little bit of a post bag as well. I know you have no post control. But you can still post up and kind of work out through there from mid for sure. And obviously you're going to have your contact dunks and all that good stuff as well. So I think that's all really great. But now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the 6'4" point fading wizard version of my 6'4" rebounder. So this version I made at small forward just to get a little bit more extra weight. What this also is going to allow you to do is get legend strong handle and legend immovable on this build, which I think is really, really crazy. You're 6'4", 235 with a 6'9" wingspan. You've got a 74 close shot, a 78 driving layup. I did this so one cap will give you an 80. If you don't care about that, drop that down to 78 or 77 and put that in free throw. But for me, just kind of want to give you guys some flexibility on these stats. This driving dunk can cap break all the way up to 96, which is just crazy to me. And definitely is going to make this build extremely dangerous as a rim runner, as a mid-range creator, as a spot-up threat, playmaker, defense. I mean, this build really is nasty. So that 96 driving dunk is nothing to play with. You've got an 89 mid-range. We're going to use caps to get that up to 91 or 92, depending on your situation. What that's going to do is give you gold shifty, gold deadeye. Both of those are great max +1 or max +2 candidates, along with that set shot. 83 3-ball for bronze limitless. 69 free throw. 85 pass is for bronze bailout. Also get LeBron pass style, which I really like. Got gold dimer. 92 ball handle. This is a good baseline for Steve Francis if you do want that. Also just went 92 for some things like gold handles for days, gold unpluckable, and from here you can easily, again, try to hit that 95 threshold for some Steve Francis dribble animations. 77 speed with ball. If you want this to go higher, definitely you can lower your layup, do some other stuff. This is directly just tied into my ball handle. So I'm going to run 75 speed with ball on this build and just focus on good short bursts to get open and sort of north-south movement as well on this build. I went 82 interior again just to maximize our switchability, and especially on this build, you're a small forward. So you are going to run into some people that may try to mash on you in the paint, and with this interior and your eventual high strength with caps, I think it's going to be very helpful for you. You've got 84 perimeter. This cap breaks all the way up to 94. 94 perimeter will give you legend immovable enforcer. You will have gold pick dodger. You will have gold on-ball menace. You will have gold challenger. And overall just some really nice badges. Your steal actually can go up to 73 with 2 caps. So what that's going to allow you to do is get silver interceptor off rip, which I think is very useful because that's a nice max +1 on gold, and I think you get some very consistent lanes with gold interceptor. 69 block. To be honest, this was just kind of an empty attribute, and I'd rather it go into block than standing dunk. Maxed out that O-board at 77. Your defensive rebound, you get a +5 boost to with a cap. So this is going to allow you to have an 80, which I think, again, really important on your rebounders, right, to try to maximize your abilities. And if you're making a 6'4 rebounder, you better get your rebounding up as high as you can, right? So that 80 is going to give you silver rebound chaser. And then potentially you could max +2 that to Hall of Fame. Or you could max +2 box out beast to Hall of Fame. A few different options there, but I think one of those will really make this build very dynamic. This one has the double 85s, 85 speed, 85 agility. You do get a nice +2, +2, +1 cap breaker boost on your agility. So for 3 caps, you will be able to get 5 ratings, which is decent value. 73 strength for 5 caps. This will go all the way up to 93. That's going to give you legend immovable, legend strong handle. Strong handle I know isn't crazy, but on legend it definitely is usable. 82 vertical, put 1 cap here. That's going to allow you to unlock Hall of Fame posterizer eventually. And I think overall is just going to help contribute to the build's rebounding ability too, inadvertently, right? You got an 80 defensive rebound with Hall of Fame chaser. And when you put the cap on vertical, you're going to go ahead and unlock stuff like Hall of Fame pogo stick. Again, the animation gates for 96 posterizer. And just in general, be way more athletic. So, this point fading wizard has the shades of Glenn Robinson, Jalen Williams, and Paul Pierce. And this one, again, a little bit slower, but I think this one is a little bit more well-rounded, and the caps definitely go really, really crazy on this one for sure. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the cap breakers for this point fading wizard. And then we're going to go ahead and check it out as well for the paint hawking Middy Scorer. Both of these get some really nice cap breakers. And I mean, literally just look at the value of this 6'4". That driving dunk with 5 caps can go up to 96, and with 4 caps go up to 93, which is good for your gold posterizer. This perimeter defense and steal gets some really nice boosts. If you don't care about 94 perimeter, this is a really nice pathway to go ahead and get 92 for gold on-ball, gold challenger. And again, right there, 13. So for 2 caps, you get a plus 13 rating boost to go ahead and give you silver interceptor. 1 cap for a plus 5 boost on defensive rebound is really good value. 3 caps to go 90 agility, I think is good value. And 73 strength to 78, 82, 86, 90, and 93. So a plus 20 for 5 caps is great value. And you got a plus 3 down there on vert as well for 1 cap to go ahead and give you 85 vert, which is going to be gated directly into your driving dunk. So overall, cap breakers for this, you're either going to want to go 91 Middy or 92, depending on your situation. This is important because it's going to give you all your gold shooting badges. I would get my driving dunk up to 90. That's going to allow you to... I would get my driving dunk up to 87 off rip, so that's only 2 caps. That's going to give you silver posterizer, give you some of your contacts, and from there, throughout the seasons, if you find yourself going for a lot of stick dunks, eventually try to get that up to 96. So we're looking at about 5 caps here. Then I would come over here to my perimeter, and for sure, I would get this to at least 92. So that would be 9 total caps. Drop 1 here for 10 to go 80 defensive rebound. And this is going to be a big investment, but I promise you this really will be worth it, trying to get this strength up as high as you can. Going to prevent you from being bullied. But you're looking at about 15 caps for that. Then you would have 16, 17, 18, and then to round out your driving dunk to get up to 96 would be 19, 20, and 21 caps. So that sounds like a ridiculous amount, but remember, you've got your starter caps, you have your 1 rookie cap, so that's 5. You have your crew caps, you've got seasonal caps, achievements, your vet caps, specializations, just a lot that you will be able to invest in on this build with those caps. And what's nice about specialization is if you're going shooting, you don't necessarily have to wait till you have shooting unlocked, because that shooting specialization will directly apply to your strength as well. So if you wanted to get this Middy right now and then use your 2 shootings for strength, you could do that, or vice versa, which I really like. But yeah, that's the small forward point fading wizard, some really crazy caps. And now let's go ahead and check out the shooting guard paint hawking Middy Scorer. So this is the paint hawking Middy Scorer cap breaker progress with 9 caps, I believe. Overall, getting some leeway. If you check out these boosts, you will be able to get this all the way up. We've got a plus 4, so that's 81, 85, 88, 91, and 93 for gold poster. We got some progress to make on mid-range to go ahead and give us gold deadeye, gold shifty, and Hall of Fame set shot. We got some progress to go on 3-point. That'll go 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. We have our ball handle exactly how we want it at 85. And we have our speed of the ball exactly where we want it at 86. We have an 85 perimeter. We've got 90 speed, 90 agility, a decent strength boost, and no boost on our vertical. So again, cap breaker priorities with this version would be to try to get this driving dunk up to 93. Get this mid-range upgraded to go ahead and give us our 93 mid-range, and get our 3-ball upgraded to go ahead and go 83 for bronze limitless, and then get our perimeter defense up to 85 for silver on-ball. From there, if you do happen to have 5 more caps, I think this 99 vert would be really fun to mess around with. But looking at this build and some hypothetical boosts on your badge perks, right, this is where I think the 6-4s are really crazy. And if this is a point fading wizard version, you actually would have Hall of Fame on-ball menace here, which would also be, ridiculous. But looking at this, you have Hall of Fame rebound chaser, legend lightning launch, gold deadeye for now, which this could also then move your set shot from Hall of Fame to legend, and then you'd have a max +2 for either gold deadeye or gold shifty. You've got Hall of Fame off-ball pest, Hall of Fame interceptor, And overall, just some really nice badges, I think, that can be optimized with your max plus 1s and 2s at this 6'4 height. But yeah, that's the video. So these are two similar but still distinctly different 6'4 rebounding combo guards and combo forwards. Whether you like the paint hawking Middy Scorer or the point fading wizard, I think both of these are very viable, very unique, very fun 6'4 rebounders. So with that, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a sub. I appreciate all the support. Hope everyone has a great day. That's all I got. Peace.